I mean, everyone's going to get the wife take on everything we talk about, and they're going to get the husband take with
Yeah.
you, um, and also, like, not to mention, you have 4 kids. Matt and I are child free. We had our dogs and they passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, even that, like that's like a completely different, like you and I have two totally different uh
Yeah.
marriages.
I on that point, like we knew each other in college. Our lives took two drastically different paths.
That's
One of
right.
the things I've always wondered about you is how you kept your relationship together because people might not know about what your career background is. And you won Miss USA, and I think it was in 2003, 4.
3.
And I got to
Yeah.
imagine that for a marriage or a relationship, that sort of like career change and path definitely was not easy for you guys. And I'm sure we'll dig into all of that stuff. But I've always wondered like how you kept it together through all of that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, there was it's interesting because um I had a boyfriend before Matt, and Matt was only my second boyfriend.
That
you
I
know?
didn't know. Did you had him
I
when you
just
were
had
in
one.
college?
He and I met in college. So Matt and I, and for those who don't know, Santi and I and his wife Joanne, Matt, my husband, all 4 of us graduated from the same college, Endicott College in Beverly, Massachusetts. Go Gulls!
Yeah.
And we so we met in college, and Matt was with me. I mean, through the whole, because it wasn't until after college that I decided to, pursue this dream of moving to LA and becoming an actor and a television host. And so the pageant was like a way for me to get there, right? It was like a means to an end. I didn't necessarily want to be Miss USA, but I wanted the opportunities that came with that. It was really hard to be in a relationship. I mean, at that point, Matt and I had already been together for 3 years. We lived together, and then all of a sudden, I win Miss USA. The next day, I'm moving to New York City to live in an apartment with Miss Universe and with Miss Teen USA. He's back home, like in our home and working, and I'm off gallivanting the United States, and it was an incredible year, but it was very difficult on
Yeah.
our relationship. I mean, I think we broke up for like 2 days
Like
because
right after that.
no, 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 not right after, but it was really hard for him. One day I feel like we should have Matt on and he can share what that experience was like, because I'm sure I never understood it, right? Because as I've always known how much I loved him, and how much um that connection that was always there with us. There was nothing that was gonna like break that, right? And for me, I'm like, okay, this is a sacrifice that we have to, being Miss USA and being away from him, right? Not living with him. I'm like, this is a sacrifice that we have to do for a year, because our lives are gonna greatly improve after this one year, but we gotta hang on for this one year. And yes, I miss you. I know you miss me, but he used to hop in the car and like drive to New York to like hang out with me, like go out to dinner or something. And then the next morning would have to wake up to drive to work. And he would do that kind of thing all the time. Like, thank God I wasn't Miss Oregon, USA, and living in New York City, because then that would never happen. But the fact that he was, a
Yeah.
4.5 hour drive from New York City definitely made that a little easier. I think we were able to see each other more than your average couple, and where the girl becomes Miss USA. And I make lemonade out of lemons and see the silver lining in things. And Matt is kind of the opposite.
Hmm.
A little
Oh,
bit.
really?
It's so hard for him. So that whole year, rather than thinking about that, like he was just, it was just like devastating for him. And
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
what,
I have to imagine the way that I think of it like this, right? Like if we were together and that happened, I'd be happy, right? Oh my God, this is the best thing. This is amazing. I want to support you as much as possible. Anything I can do to be there for you. You know what I mean? I know our lives are going to change, but I'm here for whatever you need me for.